Hello everybody and welcome to Cinema さて当番組のスペシャルウィークもいよいよ大詰め。今日は年間トップ10の後半です。
はい、ということで、お相手はいつもの通り私山寺宏一と
今年もよろしく小畑敦子です。
さて小畑さん、3週にわたってお送りしたスペシャルウィークですけれどもね、今日はついに年間ボックスオフィスの上位5本の発表ですね。
はい、ここで一応10位から6位までおさらいしますと、10位がプリティブライド、9位ハムナプトラ、8位がウォーターボーイ、7位バッツライフ、そして6位がビッグダディでした。
そうそうたるメンツですけれども、今日はさらにその上を行くメガヒット作が登場します。
では参りましょう。 Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the blockbuster movies of 1999. Our number 5 film is Tarzan. ボックスオフィスは1億7000万ドルを突破。ハリウッドが生んだ48本目のターザンムービーは初のアニメ版としてスクリーンに登場しました。そのスピード感あふれるアクションはアニメだからこそできた技。
I've been asked a number of times, why would we, Walt Disney Feature Animation, take on a project like Tarzan?
And the real answer is animation. Is that it allows you to do things that you can't do in live action.
We could make Tarzan move like an ape. And no actor could move like that. It's not humanly possible.
We would kill any live action actor who was trying to do the things that our animated Tarzan was doing. This was a character that could only be realized the way Burroughs imagined it in animation. He could leap out into space and climb up trees like a little squirrel, and he was nimble and agile. He could move like a panther. He doesn't just swing on the vines with his hands, he grabs them with his feet, as he's moving through.
We're able to get right to Burroughs' descriptions of how Tarzan moved through the jungle and how he related to that family.
He's one of them.
Moves like an ape but looks like a man. He could be the missing link.
One thing that people may not realize about the Tarzan books is that the animals all speak, that Tarzan can speak to the animals.
Turk, I'm asking you as a friend.
All right! But don't make me do anything embarrassing.
I don't think you've ever realistically seen a portrayal of what Tarzan's relationship is with his ape family and with the animals around him.
We can take these animals that really make up the jungle and really put some life into these animals to help tell Tarzan's story.
Tarzan, for once, listen to Kerchak.
Why didn't you tell me there were creatures that looked like me?
What we also try to do is make the themes feel somewhat contemporary, but also be true to the history of Tarzan.
Kerchak, I know he'll be a good son.
I said.
ディズニーアニメとくればもちろん声の出演はオールスターキャスト。
I think we've been amazingly fortunate to have such a great cast on Tarzan.
I think it's very appropriate casting, and they're all very vibrant characters.
It's very nice to meet you too.
When I first heard my voice coming out of a gorilla, it was shocking.
I'm going to be his mother now.
I am a gorilla. I am the best friend of Tarzan from the time when we were little.
Thank you very much. The fun has arrived.
We cast Tony Goldwyn to do the voice of Tarzan at 20.
I think he's done an amazing job with this role.
Yeah, and it's a great role because part of it is very comical, and yet there's a whole drama of the story, which is very serious.
Why are you threatened by anyone different from you?
So the range of this particular character is enormous.
Jane.
Yes, hello, Tarzan.
Minnie Driver's really an amazing vocal talent in this film. She brought a huge amount of imagination and humor to this role.
I won this paper on the count of 3. 1, 2, oh look, bananas.
I can't believe you fell for that one.
Glenn Close is doing the role of Kala, and we felt very fortunate to have somebody at Glenn's level doing Kala's voice.
I'm going to call him Tarzan.
It's nice to know that a lot of children will see this and not know that it was me, and will just think of that voice as being that character.
Alex D. Lenz is doing the voice of young Tarzan.
I'll be the best ape ever.
Oh, I bet you will.
Somebody's gonna get hurt here.
Okay, you win.
Oh, sorry, Turk.
What kind of animal are you?
Rosie O'Donnell is the voice of Turk, Tarzan's gorilla best friend.
He's alive, you idiot. You almost gave me a heart attack. Thank you. Thank you so much for finding him, Kerchak. You are such a wise and caring leader. Run.
Lance Henriksen plays Kerchak, the leader of the ape family.
Carla, I cannot let you put our family in danger.
Imagine Glenn Close is my wife, and Rosie O'Donnell is one of our family. I mean, can you imagine? This is funny. This is wonderful.
スタッフにはヨーロッパとアメリカからよりすぐりのアニメーターたちを集めました。
Jane. The animation for Disney's Tarzan was actually created on 2 different continents.
You wouldn't believe that. While I was animating Jane here in California, Glenn was animating Tarzan in France. And yet, together, the characters come alive and are in love on screen.
It was really incredibly challenging getting those 2 studios, those 2 groups of artists to work together.
I think through modern technology, luckily, we're able to teleconference with them quite a bit. The directors, Kevin Lehman, Chris Buck, talked with the Paris studio just about every day.
Why are you spread out like that, people ask? It's about the artists. It's about where can you have artists, where can you work, and what can they create. Then you combine that with 2 very powerful words in the animation business, Glenn Keane.
I remember saying to them that, you know, I can't tell you why, but I believe that if we do this character in Paris, the film is going to be better for it. And when I got to the studio, I found that it was an incredible treasure chest of artists who had been trained in classical drawing and whose background in anatomy was necessary to animate this character. So each guy brings some of their strength to it. You know, in a lot of ways, the character is better because they are giving themselves to Tarzan. And I found there was a trust developed between us. I mean, even though I'm an American and they're French, I feel like it didn't matter. We were all Tarzan.
Ultimately, Tarzan's a much better film because of the collaboration with the Paris studio.
The character of Tarzan is being animated in Paris. Jane's being animated in Los Angeles. Who knows if they're ever going to get together?
4位にランクインしたのは日本でも大ヒットを飛ばした SF アクション「マトリックス」。スピード以来ちょっと勢いのなかったキアヌ・リーブスが見事にシェイプアップした体で久々にかっこいいところを見せてくれました。共演はローレンス・フィッシュバーンとキャリー・アン・モス。
What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
What is happening to me?
The answer is out there, Neo. It's the question that drives us.
What is the Matrix?
The Matrix is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
I'm searching for the answer to a question. The question is, what is the Matrix? My character feels that the answer to this question will somehow make sense of his life. For I'm playing someone who is alienated from the world around him.
They're watching you, Neo.
Human beings are a disease. You are a cancer of this planet. And we are the cure.
Get me the hell out of here!
Welcome to the real world.
My character is called Morpheus. And Morpheus is a person who lives in the real world. He's a free person. And he's the leader of this band of people that move in and out of the Matrix, if you will, looking for the one.
So you're here to save the world. So what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
The element of the fighting, the kung fu fighting, the bringing of the guys from Hong Kong together with these American actors and teaching us really how to do these crazy kung fu things, walking on walls and kicking and punching. I think it's really unusual.
制作、監督、脚本はアンディとラリーのウォシャウスキー兄弟。トータルボックスオフィスは1億7100万ドルを超えました。複雑なストーリーの割にこれだけヒットしたというのはやっぱりあのアクションと SFX のおかげでしょう。 香港映画のお箱ワイヤーワークを使って撮影したキレのいいアクションシーン、そして日本のアニメに影響を受けたというサイバーパンクな世界観、まさに男の子の夢の塊のような映画でした。
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is.
第3位はオースティン・パワーズ・デラックス。ボックスオフィスは2億ドルを突破しました。アホタレスパイオースティンに扮したのはマイク・マイヤーズ。
I put the gar in Swinger, baby, yeah!
For me, the fun of doing an Austin Powers movie is the chance to play the different characters. I get to play 3 characters in this movie. To play Austin Powers, he's just so, silly and fun and extroverted. He's just so damn extroverted. And for Dr. Evil, you get to play kind of cynical and educated and, and infuriated with the world.
オースティンのパートナーを務めたのはヘザー・グラハム。
Crazy, baby, yeah! Yeah, baby, yeah!
Well, I think it's really fun, and I think his character is really lovable, and I think even though it's full of jokes and funny things, and it's really entertaining, I think it has heart, too, and I think that's what I like about it. It's got a lot of heart.
インタビューでも答えていた通り、3役を熱演したマイヤーズ。彼が演じたのはブサイクなくせになぜか美女にモテモテのオースティンと、彼の宿敵で世界征服を企むマッドサイエンティストのドクター・イーブル。そして最後の一つ、これはちょっと見ただけじゃ分かりませんよ。
The real gift to me that Mike has brought is the ability to, in every scene, when given props and other actors and background performers and wardrobe, to turn that all into something completely unexpected.
Gonna cry, huh? Yeah. I'm going to go back to the 60s and steal Austin Powers' mojo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to travel through time. I bid you adieu.
Dr. Evil, we began a program to clone you. He is exactly like you in every way. 1/8 your size.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
What are you, some kind of freak?
Move over, Rover. This chick is taking over.
Surprise! Surprise!
Great plan, Einstein. All right, zip it. You can't. Zip. It's simple. Subtitle. Zip it. Found. This. You know.
Our number 2 movie of 99 is The Sixth Sense. トータルボックスオフィスは2億7000万ドルをマークしました。Starring Bruce Willis and Harley Joel Osment。そして監督は M. ナイト・シャマラン。この映画のストーリーに隠されているある秘密、あなたはもう知っていますか？
The whole movie really is about communication. It's about Malcolm learning to communicate with his wife, about the people that have passed on trying to communicate, about this child trying to communicate with his mother, everybody trying to communicate, and how, if we don't get to say what we need to say, things, start to deteriorate.
You know the accident up there?
Yeah.
Someone got hurt.
They did?
A lady. She broke her neck.
Oh my God, but you can see her?
Yes.
Where is she?
Standing next to my window.
Baby, what are you shaking? Cole, what's wrong?
Did you ever talk to your mom about how things are?
I don't tell her things.
Why not?
Because she doesn't look at me like everybody else, and I don't want her to. I don't want her to know.
Know what?
It's about a few different things. I mean, communication is certainly one of them. I think it's also about terror. And it's about childhood terror. It's about the things little kids fear and how they manifest themselves, and are they real or not real.
I see dead people walking around like regular people.
I don't see anything. Are you sure they're there?
Sometimes you feel it inside, like you're falling down real fast. You ever feel the prickly things on the back of your neck?
Yes.
That's them. They get mad. It gets cold.
How often do you see them?
All the time. They're everywhere. I really like movies that aren't just one subject, like drama, comedy, horror. This one, what I really like about this one is that it goes through so many different levels. It changes. It'll make you laugh, cry, do all kinds of different things that what carries an audience. And when I'm mentioning it to other people, I'd love to tell them that it's one that you'll stay with it. It'll keep you in your seat watching it and carry you through to the end.
Everybody else that he tells about this, what is to him a problem, turns their back on him, calls him a freak, and just kind of labels him as somebody who they don't want to hang around with. And his mum is the one person that he really truly loves and knows, and he's afraid that if he also tells her, he's going to lose her, which of course he wouldn't. But that's his dilemma with actually communicating the problem with his mother.
They want me to do things for them.
I think that they know that you're one of these very rare people who can see them. So you need to help them.
What if they don't want to help?
I don't think that's the way it works.
How do you know for sure?
Is anyone there?
Please make them leave.
I'm working on it.
1999年年間トップ10、いよいよナンバーワンの発表です。誰もが予想した通りトップに輝いたのはこの作品「スター・ウォーズエピソード1ファントム・メナス」。トータルボックスオフィスは4億2900万ドル。映画だけでなくキャラクター商品も売れに売れました。
The story starts out on the planet of Naboo, which has been blockaded by the Trade Federation. There's speculation in the Queen's palace of what this means. One of the senators speculates that it means that they're going to invade.
Communications disruption can mean only one thing: invasion.
I will not condone a course of action that will lead us to war.
In episode 1 of Star Wars, I play Queen Amidala. She's very powerful and she is in control of everyone, yet she's a very good leader.
Our people are dying, Senator. We must do something quickly to stop the Federation.
She doesn't act for her own good and for her own quest for power. She really tries to do the best for her people. So I think it's a role model really for everyone, and it would be good for young girls to see. I have many beautiful, beautiful costumes. There's so many changes for me because a queen can't wear the same outfit twice.
On the first films, I purposely avoided very intense design cultures. So I kept the costumes very, very simple. And the costumes were designed not to draw attention to themselves. In the new film, the costumes do draw attention to themselves. They have to because they're in a more sophisticated society. And to do that and keep it timeless is much more difficult.
I think with respect to episode 1, it became pretty clear immediately that these were costumes that we weren't going to be able to rent or hire from any place around the world. And the only way we're going to maintain the quality and have the look, the true look that we wanted, was to fabricate everything.
大変だったのは衣装と小道具の制作スタッフ。1000点を超える品々を1年足らずで作り上げました。お疲れ様。
At our busiest, we were using maybe 50, 60 people just in the costume department. I think we made well over 1,000 costumes. In fact, we made everything, really, that's seen. Everything, hats, helmets, costumes. We had fabrics woven, printed, dyed. Everything that you could do to a piece of fabric, we have done to it.
When I initially saw the designs, I was like, wow, I have to do this, because you could see how much, there's so much more that goes into it than just a regular movie. You feel that the movie's really a creation. It's a lot of artists coming together and working on it. It's not just, you know, a script and a couple of actors.
The central issue in the film is that a boy is taken from his mother, and that sort of drives everything.
Well, I'm playing the mother of Anakin, and we have a good relationship, my boy and I. And it's a beautiful part. I love it very much. It's so warm, and I feel very familiar about it because I got 3 kids myself.
Anakin Skywalker is a lot like me. He's really mechanical. He loves to tinker with stuff. He's been a slave in his entire life on Tatooine, and now he has to leave his mom. She's been the only person that's there for him for his entire life. He's never had a father, so I think he was kind of confused on whether to go or to stay.
Okay, cut.
監督はジョージ・ルーカス。彼がディレクターズチェアに座ったのはシリーズ1作目以来22年ぶりです。
George is an expert, and he is one of the world's great storytellers. We were very aware we're part of telling this extraordinary story, and that's, you get a sense of him. It's a very understated expertise he has. Precision and patience, you know?
We're going to tighten up on Yoda, right? And then we'll tighten up on Sam.
Okay. You kind of dream about things when you're a young actor and you see things happening and you wish you could be a part of it. And sometimes, you know, things that you want can happen. And this is one of those kind of dream come true kind of things. I remember actually going to the very first screening of Star Wars in New York City. And I was at the first showing. I was there, I saw it a lot of times after that. I'm a huge fan of the series. The first day was pretty, awesome for me to walk onto a set and looking around at all the people there and the costumes, and then to make it even better, all of a sudden I was there with, Yoda, and the enormity of the situation was everything I thought a Star Wars experience could be. And it never stops. You would think you would get used to it, but I never got used to it.
はい、ということで、99年の年間トップ10、今日は1位から5位までをご紹介しました。はい、大方の予想通りトップはスター・ウォーズでしたね。はい、
これは指定席でしょうね。それでやっぱりすごいと思うのはシックスセンスの2位ですよね。はい、この作品ってよく考えてみるとそんなに超大作じゃないですからね。確かにね、ブルース・ウィリスは出てますけどもね、それ以外はむしろ地味な作品ですからね。それがここまで当たったのはやっぱり中身が面白いからですね。そういうことでしょう。さて、当番組3週にわたってスペシャル版をお送りしたわけですけれども、来週からはいつものスタイルに戻ります。はい、この年末年始にも気になる新作が続々と封切られてますからね、要チェックです。はい、2000年もハリウッドの最新情報をホットにお伝えしていきますので、皆様どうぞお楽しみに。今年もよろしくお願いします。お相手は小畑敦子と山寺宏一でした。それでは次回をお楽しみに。 See you again on Cinema Cinema Cinema!